Here we go, YouTube. We're back at the FSD test route, and beautiful day here in Los Altos, California. I'm trying out the new setup to give you a closer view of the screen as we're doing this loop, and we'll see how it works out today. And we're gonna give it a go. So let's start the test. So actually this time stopping in a little bit more of an appropriate spot, not going into that white line, red area there, going across the white line and into the red area. We'll see if we can make the light up here. Probably not, but we may be able to. There were some pedestrians crossing, so yeah, they hit the pedestrian crossing and we are going to be able to make it. Okay, hard braking there. Should have gone more smoothly into this lane. Really interested to get 11.4. Still on 11.3.6, and hopefully 11.4 will be coming more widely. Let's go to the full screen view here of the visualization. You can see this is a super interesting intersection here. You've got, the straight here, you've got this lane coming over here, you've got another lane here, the lane we're going to. So complicated intersection, but the Tesla always handles this really, really well. Pretty quiet morning here, weekday summer morning. Not a lot of pedestrian traffic or vehicle traffic. Give it a slight turn here for the nag. It's weird here, it says complete, but it's not really. It's complete up here. I've seen that happen a couple times where it thinks the navigation is complete before we actually get to where we want to go. Let's see how it does here with this light. Often it says stopping for light and then doesn't proceed correctly. But now it looks like it's going, and it's being pretty aggressive, but we could go. So it did that pretty good. A little bit of stopping. It was definitely pretty aggressive there for a moment. But yeah, we're, felt comfortable with it, obviously. Now, one thing I've noticed on this turn, if we had cars turning from the other side of the street there into our space, you'll see in a previous video where we had the kind of aggressive maneuver here. I've noticed now a number of times driving that on these kind of angled turns, the car, and it looks like, oh, we went through a red light there. So it had just turned red and we started to go through, and I think we weren't in the intersection while it was yellow. I think it had already turned red. So definitely should have stopped given that the light had just turned yellow there. And I've seen it have issues with that stoplight in the past where, you know, it'll just go right through it even when it's red to start with. So interesting that it decided to go through that light. If I was, you know, a human driver in that situation, I wouldn't have decided to go through there. We weren't, you know, in any kind of danger because it was just turning red, but definitely not the right thing to do. Slowing for this pedestrian. I'd like to see it be, you know, it's kind of funny because in past betas, you know, it's been too, you know, nervous or too jittery around pedestrians. And now sometimes I feel like it's not giving the pedestrians quite enough space and it makes them nervous sometimes. Never that they're in danger, just that they don't quite know what we're doing. So I definitely would like to see it improve a bit, find that happy medium around pedestrians. So a good turn there, waited for those two pedestrians to go in front of us. And now we're getting to the hardest part of this test loop. Apologies, it looks like there's a little bit of sun glare in my close-up camera. So if that's what you're seeing, it's just a little bit of the way the sun angle is right now with the route we're driving. So we're creeping forward. You know, today's a pretty quiet morning. So we started to go, we're creeping forward, edging a little bit, but there was a truck on the right. Now we could go right now, we should go. If I was a human, I would have gone. And it just, you know, it just was a little bit hesitant. There was a garbage truck coming on the left there towards us, but, you know, we had plenty of safety margin, plenty of space there. I just would have liked to seen it, you know, once it saw that it was free to go, that it just went. It's probably edging a little bit just to verify visibility because, you know, it is difficult there. There's trees in the way and so forth. So it's probably just edging forward to really verify that there was nothing in our way. Apologies, a little bit of a cold this morning. So just dealing with those effects. Garbage trucks out and about. And we'll put in the final destination. So far, no interventions. You know, just that one kind of issue with deciding to go through the red light when it had just turned. And we got to creep here to look around. Oh, usually it says creeping for visibility. That time it didn't. It's a four-way stop, so. But I find that often, even though it's a four-way stop, it'll creep a little bit looking for, you know, pedestrians or bikers. But that time it decided to just go through. Pretty cautious here. If I was a human, I would have already gone, but it was kind of creeping for visibility, and then there was that work van coming from the right, so it decided to wait, which is fine. I always love the visualization of the doors open. This time, oh, nope, there it was finally. At first it didn't show the door open on that truck, and then it did. But I'd say this was a really, you know, successful loop, other than that one section where, you know, the light was turning yellow, and then, you know, by the time we got into the intersection, it was already red, so it should have stopped as a human. But other than that issue, really clean. But obviously it needs to stop appropriately for that red light. And, you know, we weren't in any danger in that intersection, but not the legal move for FSD to do in that case. And we're to the end here, and I think in the video they actually put it into park, and then there's a car behind me, so I'm gonna pull over to the side here. And we'll give this run another try this morning. Okay, cheers YouTube.